Hello, and welcome to Great Sleep. Get ready to listen and relax. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a snowy evening in a cozy coffee shop. Emily Thompson sat at a small corner table in the cozy coffee shop, her fingers tapping lightly on the keys of her laptop. The snowflakes danced outside, creating a picturesque winter scene that seemed to match the atmosphere inside. Twinkling fairy lights adorned the walls, casting a warm glow on the patrons huddled over their steaming cups of coffee. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, mingling with the soft jazz music playing in the background. At 26 years old, Emily was an aspiring writer, searching for her voice and longing to make a meaningful impact through her words. She had always been drawn to the written word, finding solace in the pages of books and journals. It was in this coffee shop that she found inspiration, a place where she could escape the distractions of everyday life and delve into the depths of her imagination. The coffee shop was called the Brood Haven, a name that perfectly encapsulated the warm and inviting atmosphere. The wooden furniture was worn but comfortable, with plush cushions that beckoned customers to sink into their seats. The walls were adorned with local artwork, showcasing the talent of the community. The baristas behind the counter wore aprons adorned with colorful patches, each representing a different aspect of their personality or interests. Emily's favorite spot was tucked away in a small nook by the window. From here, she had a perfect view of the snow-covered street outside. The window pane was etched with delicate frost patterns, adding to the charm of the scene. She often found herself lost in thought as she stared out at the world beyond, her mind wandering through the vast expanse of her imagination. As she typed away on her laptop, Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of peace and contentment. The hustle and bustle of daily life seemed to melt away in this cozy haven, leaving only her thoughts and the rhythmic sound of her fingers on the keyboard. The snowflakes continued to fall outside, each one a tiny miracle that added to the beauty of the evening. Every evening, Emily followed the same routine. She ordered her favorite latte, a creamy blend of vanilla and caramel, and settled into her usual spot by the window. As an introvert, she relished the solitude that writing provided, but she also enjoyed observing the world around her. From her corner table, she could watch as people hurried past, their faces hidden beneath scarves and hats, their breath forming small clouds in the cold air. The barista, a friendly woman named Sarah, would always greet Emily with a warm smile and a friendly conversation. Sarah had become accustomed to Emily's routine and often asked about her latest writing projects. Emily appreciated these small interactions. They reminded her that she was not alone in her pursuit of creativity. Sarah would often share stories of her own dreams and aspirations, encouraging Emily to pursue her passion for writing. She had once dreamed of becoming a professional dancer, but had put her dreams on hold to pursue a more stable career. However, she found solace in her job at the Broodhaven, where she could connect with people and make a difference in their lives through a simple cup of coffee. As Emily sipped her latte and listened to Sarah's stories, she couldn't help but feel inspired. Sarah's resilience and passion reminded her that dreams were worth pursuing, no matter the obstacles. It was this sense of camaraderie and shared dreams that made the Broodhaven feel like a second home to Emily. Emily possessed an insatiable curiosity about people's lives and experiences. She found inspiration in the conversations she had with the regular customers who frequented the coffee shop. Each person had a story to tell, a unique perspective on the world that Emily found fascinating. She would often strike up conversations, asking about their dreams, their struggles, and their passions. One regular customer, Mr. Johnson, was an elderly man who had lived a life filled with adventure. He had traveled to remote corners of the world, capturing breathtaking photographs that told stories of distant lands and vibrant cultures. His tales of exploration and his passion for photography ignited a fire within Emily's own creative spirit. "Mr. Johnson, your photographs are absolutely stunning," Emily said one evening as she admired his latest collection displayed on the coffee shop's walls. Mr. Johnson smiled warmly, his eyes twinkling with pride. "Thank you, Emily. Photography has been my way of capturing the beauty of the world and sharing it with others." Emily nodded, her mind already spinning with ideas for her next writing project. "I can see how your photographs tell stories. Each one seems to have a hidden narrative, a glimpse into a different world." "That's exactly what I aim for," Mr. Johnson replied. "Photography is a powerful tool for storytelling. It allows us to capture moments in time and evoke emotions in those who view our work." Emily thanked Mr. Johnson for his insight and promised to visit his photography exhibition at the local gallery. Their conversation had sparked something within her, a desire to capture stories through her own writing and touch the hearts of others. Another customer, Lily, was a young artist who frequented the Broodhaven to find inspiration for her paintings. She would sit at a table in the corner, her sketchbook open and her pencils scattered across the surface. Emily admired Lily's dedication to her craft and the way she fearlessly poured her emotions onto the canvas. "Lily, your paintings are so vibrant and full of life," Emily said one evening as she watched Lily paint a colorful landscape. Lily smiled, her brush strokes becoming more confident. "Thank you, Emily. Painting is my way of expressing myself, of capturing the emotions that words sometimes fail to convey. Emily nodded, understanding the power of visual art. Your paintings have a way of evoking emotions in those who view them. They tell stories in their own unique way. Lily's eyes lit up with excitement. That's exactly what I aim for. I want my paintings to transport people to another world, to make them feel something deep within their souls. Emily and Lily continued their conversation, sharing their dreams and aspirations. They realized that despite their different mediums of expression, they were both driven by a desire to connect with others and make a meaningful impact through their art. These interactions not only sparked inspiration for her writing, but also provided glimpses into Emily's own struggles and aspirations. Through the stories of others, she discovered the power of vulnerability and the importance of sharing one's truth. These conversations became a wellspring of ideas, fueling her desire to make a difference through her writing. One snowy evening, as Emily sat engrossed in her writing, a stranger entered the coffee shop. He was tall and rugged, with a hint of mystery in his eyes. He took a seat at the counter, ordering a black coffee, and glanced around the room. Emily's curiosity was piqued, and she couldn't help but wonder about his story. As fate would have it, their paths crossed when Emily went to refill her latte. The stranger turned to her and smiled, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "You seem lost in thought," he said, his voice deep and soothing. Emily blushed, surprised by his observation. "I suppose I am," she replied. "I find inspiration in the quiet moments." The stranger nodded knowingly. "I'm the same way. Sometimes, the most profound ideas come to us when we least expect them." In that moment, Emily felt an unexpected connection with this stranger. They exchanged a few more words before returning to their respective tables, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that their encounter was significant. As the stranger sipped his coffee, his gaze lingered on Emily, a spark of curiosity in his eyes. Emily couldn't help but be intrigued by this mysterious stranger. There was something about him that seemed familiar, as if they had crossed paths before. Curiosity got the better of Emily, and she decided to strike up a conversation with the stranger. She approached him with a friendly smile, her heart pounding in her chest. "Hi," she said, her voice filled with a mix of nerves and excitement. "I couldn't help but notice your presence. You seem like an interesting person. Mind if I join you?" The stranger looked up, surprise evident on his face. A smile tugged at the corners of his lips. "I'd be delighted," he replied, gesturing to the empty seat across from him. As Emily settled into her seat, she couldn't help but feel a sense of familiarity with the stranger. They exchanged introductions, and Emily learned that his name was Daniel. He was a writer as well, working on his first novel. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, as if they had known each other for years. They shared stories of their writing journeys, their struggles and triumphs, and their dreams for the future. It was as if they were kindred spirits, connected by their love for words and storytelling. Emily couldn't help but be drawn to Daniel's passion and enthusiasm for writing. His words ignited a fire within her, reigniting her own love for the craft. They spoke about their favorite authors, exchanging recommendations and discussing the power of storytelling. As the evening wore on, Emily and Daniel realized that they had much in common. They both sought to make a meaningful impact through their writing, using words to touch the hearts of others. Their connection felt effortless, as if they had found a kindred spirit in each other. Before they parted ways, Emily and Daniel exchanged contact information, promising to stay in touch and support each other's writing journeys. As Emily walked home through the snowy streets, she couldn't help but feel a renewed sense of purpose. The unexpected connection she had made with Daniel had reminded her of the power of human connection and the importance of surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals. In the days that followed, Emily found herself gazing out at the snowy cityscape more frequently. The coffee shop became her sanctuary, a place where she could find moments of stillness amidst the chaos of life. As she stared out at the snow-covered streets, lost in thought, she felt a sense of serenity wash over her. The world outside seemed to fade away, leaving only her thoughts and the blank canvas of her laptop screen. It was in these moments that inspiration struck, words flowing effortlessly from her fingertips. She wrote about love, loss, and the beauty of human connection. The snowy evenings in the coffee shop had become a muse for her creativity. One evening, as Emily sat by the window, her mind wandered to the conversation she had shared with Daniel. His words about the power of storytelling echoed in her mind, reminding her of the impact her own writing could have on others. She typed furiously on her laptop, capturing the essence of the coffee shop and its patrons. She described the cozy atmosphere, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, and the twinkling fairy lights that adorn the walls. She delved into the stories of the regular customers, painting vivid portraits of their dreams and aspirations. As Emily wrote, she couldn't help but feel a sense of purpose. She realized that her words had the power to touch hearts and inspire others. The snowy evenings in the coffee shop had become a wellspring of creativity, a place where she could connect with her own emotions and share them with the world. One evening, as Emily sat writing, a commotion erupted in the coffee shop. The door swung open with a gust of wind, and a group of people stumbled in, their laughter filling the air. They were boisterous and carefree, oblivious to the cozy atmosphere that had been disrupted. Emily watched as they took over the space, their loud voices drowning out the soft jazz music. She felt a pang of annoyance, her concentration shattered. But then she remembered Daniel's words about profound ideas coming when least expected. Perhaps this disruption was a catalyst for something greater. Curiosity got the better of Emily, and she decided to approach the group. As she made her way through the crowd, she noticed that they were celebrating a birthday. The birthday girl, a vibrant young woman named Mia, was surrounded by friends who clearly adored her. Emily introduced herself and wished Mia a happy birthday. The group welcomed her with open arms, inviting her to join in their celebration. As the night wore on, Emily found herself laughing and dancing with these strangers who had quickly become friends. As the days turned into weeks, Emily's writing grew stronger and more confident. The coffee shop and its patrons had become an integral part of her journey as a writer and as an individual. She had learned to embrace the unexpected, finding beauty in the disruptions and inspiration in the chaos. Her interactions with the regular customers had deepened her understanding of herself and her writing. Through their stories and perspectives, she had gained new insights into the human experience. She had also discovered the power of vulnerability, sharing her own struggles and aspirations with those around her. Emily continued to write in the Brood Haven, finding solace and inspiration in the familiar surroundings. The coffee shop had become a second home, a place where she could connect with others and explore the depths of her creativity. As Emily reflected on her experiences in the coffee shop, she marveled at how much she had grown. The lessons she had learned and the personal growth she had achieved were invaluable. She had found her voice as a writer, a unique blend of vulnerability and strength. These experiences had shaped her writing style and voice, infusing her words with a sense of authenticity and depth. She no longer sought validation or recognition. Instead, she wrote for the sheer joy of it, embracing the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Emily's writing had evolved from mere words on a page to a powerful tool for connection and self-expression. She had discovered the true power of storytelling, how it could transcend boundaries and touch the hearts of others. The coffee shop had provided the fertile ground for this growth, nurturing her creativity and giving her the courage to share her words with the world. With newfound courage, Emily decided it was time to share her writing with others. she mustered the strength to read her work aloud at an open mic night held at the coffee shop. Her heart raced as she stood before the crowd, her hands trembling with a mix of excitement and vulnerability. As she read her words, she felt a sense of liberation. The audience listened intently, captivated by her storytelling. The connection she had forged with the coffee shop and its patrons was now extending to a wider audience. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to her growth as a writer and as an individual. After the open mic night, Emily received an outpouring of support and encouragement. People approached her, sharing how her words had resonated with them, how they had felt seen and understood through her storytelling. Emily was humbled by the impact she had made, realizing that her words had the power to touch hearts and inspire others. In the end, Emily realized that the true joy and fulfillment lay in embracing the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. The coffee shop had been her sanctuary, a place where she had found inspiration, connection, and personal growth. Through her writing, she had made a meaningful impact on those around her. As she sat in the coffee shop one snowy evening, sipping her favorite latte, Emily felt a deep sense of gratitude. The twinkling fairy lights, aroma of freshly brewed coffee, and soft jazz music enveloped her in a warm embrace. She knew that as long as she continued to embrace the journey, her words would continue to touch hearts and inspire others to find their own voices.